Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into something that you might not expect.
Yeah.
The world of business safety. But,
We're not just talking.
hard hats and fire exits here.
Exactly.
We're going way beyond that.
Yeah.
To uncover why safety in all its forms
Yeah.
is really like the secret ingredient to success in any industry.
Absolutely. We'll be looking at safety through a wider lens today,
Right.
exploring how things like employee morale, customer loyalty, even things like cybersecurity,
Right.
all fit under this umbrella of business safety.
I love that. Okay. So
Yeah.
before we get into the nitty-gritty, I want to ask you, the listener, a question.
Okay.
When you hear the phrase business safety, what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think for a lot of people, they might be picturing construction sites or
Right.
warning signs or things like that.
For sure.
But safety in the business world is so much broader than that.
Okay.
We're talking about everything from physical safety to data security,
Ah.
psychological well-being,
Right.
and even the impact a business has on the environment.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
It's like safety is woven into the very fabric of a business, impacting everything it does.
Exactly. And you've probably experienced this firsthand as a customer.
Okay.
Think about a time you walked into a store or visited a website
Yeah.
and something just felt off.
Okay.
Maybe the lighting was dim, the website looked suspicious, or the staff seemed unconcerned about your well-being.
Yeah.
Did you feel comfortable doing business with them?
You know what? That's happened to me more times than I can count.
Right?
I definitely remember leaving a store because I felt unsafe in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder, how much business do companies lose because they haven't considered
Yeah.
that basic sense of safety for their customers?
It's a significant factor.
Yeah.
Whether we realize it or not, that feeling of safety plays a huge role in our decisions as
Yeah.
consumers.
Yeah.
We're drawn to businesses that prioritize our well-being
Uh-huh.
and make us feel secure, whether it's a physical store
Right.
or an online platform.
So if a business wants to thrive, it needs to create that safe and trustworthy environment for its customers.
Yeah,
But what about the people who work there every day?
right.
How does safety impact employees?
This is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
You see, a safe workplace is a happy workplace.
Okay.
When employees feel physically and psychologically secure,
Yeah.
their morale goes up.
Uh-huh.
They're more engaged,
Yeah.
more productive, and more likely to stick around.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying that a safe workplace can actually reduce employee turnover?
You got it. And there's data to back this up.
Wow.
OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration,
Go ahead.
has found that a safe workplace can significantly reduce healthcare costs and absenteeism,
Wow.
leading to a more stable and profitable business.
That makes so much sense. If employees feel safe and valued, they're more likely to be loyal to the company.
Yeah.
But let's flip the script for a moment and talk about the customer side of things.
Okay.
We touched on this earlier, but how does a business's focus on safety actually translate
Yeah.
into customer loyalty?
It's all about building trust.
Okay.
When you walk into a store with well-lit aisles and clear signage,
Mm-hmm.
or visit a website with robust security measures,
Right.
it sends a message.
Okay.
We care about your safety and we've taken steps to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
That builds confidence and encourages customers to return.
It's like that saying, actions speak louder than words.
Mm-hmm.
By prioritizing safety, businesses show their customers they're reliable and trustworthy.
Yeah,
And I bet the opposite is true too, right?
absolutely.
When companies neglect safety, it erodes customer trust and can even lead to serious consequences.
Absolutely. Remember the Equifax data breach a few years back?
Oh, yeah.
They faced lawsuits, financial losses, and a tarnished reputation,
All right.
all because they failed to adequately protect customer data.
That's a stark reminder that neglecting safety can have devastating consequences. It's not just about avoiding accidents, it's about protecting people's data,
Right.
their privacy, their well-being.
Exactly.
So we've established that safety impacts both employees and customers.
Mm-hmm.
But who sets the tone for safety within a company?
Yeah.
Where does it all start?
It all starts at the top with leadership.
Okay, so leadership plays a critical role
Mm.
in making safety a core value.
Yeah.
But how do they actually do that?
Mm.
Is it just about saying the right things?
Right.
Or is there more to it?
It's definitely more than just talk.
Okay.
Leaders who are truly committed to safety demonstrate it through their actions, their decisions,
Right.
and how they allocate resources.
Okay.
They create a culture of safety by investing in training,
Mm-hmm.
providing necessary equipment,
Right.
and fostering open communication.
That open communication part sounds really important.
It is.
I imagine a workplace where anyone, regardless of their position, feels comfortable raising safety concerns without fear of being ignored or reprimanded.
Exactly. That's the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
When employees feel empowered to speak up, potential hazards can be identified
Right.
and addressed before they escalate into major incidents.
Wow.
But open communication needs to be supported by clear safety policies and procedures.
So it's a two-pronged approach. Create a culture where people feel safe speaking up and back it up with clear guidelines and protocols.
Precisely, think of it like a safety net.
Right.
Open communication allows people to spot potential holes in the net, and having clear policies and procedures helps to mend those holes.
Right.
And strengthen the overall structure.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
So we've got open communication, clear policies and procedures.
Right.
What else goes into building this robust safety net for businesses?
Well, in today's rapidly evolving world, we can't ignore the role of technology. From wearable tech that monitors employee well-being to AI-driven systems that detect cyber threats, technology is transforming the way businesses approach safety.
This is where things start to get really futuristic.
It is.
It sounds like technology is giving businesses a whole new arsenal of tools to enhance safety. Are there any real-world examples of companies using technology in this way?
Absolutely. Tesla, for example, has heavily integrated robotics and automation into its factories.
Okay.
This reduces the risk of workplace injuries by allowing robots to handle the more dangerous tasks.
So robots are stepping in to keep human workers safe.
Exactly.
That's pretty impressive. Are there other industries where we're seeing this kind of technological innovation in safety?
Definitely, the hospitality industry is another great example.
Okay.
Marriott, for instance, uses sophisticated security systems
Right.
and conducts thorough background checks on employees
Wow.
to ensure the safety and security of their guests.
It seems like every industry has its own unique safety challenges and solutions. So for those of you listening, think about the businesses you interact with every day.
Yeah.
How do they prioritize your safety?
It's a great question to ask yourself as a consumer
Right.
and as an employee. How does your workplace prioritize safety?
Yeah.
Do you feel empowered to speak up about potential concerns?
That's a good one.
These are all things to consider as we continue to explore this fascinating world of business safety.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It really is fascinating.
It is.
It's fascinating to think about how much technology has changed the safety landscape.
It really has.
I mean, we've gone from, just basic precautions to these sophisticated systems that can predict and even prevent hazards.
It is remarkable.
Yeah.
One area I find particularly intriguing is the use of artificial intelligence
Okay.
to detect subtle changes in employee behavior that might indicate stress or burnout, which, as we know, can lead to safety issues.
Right?
During the line.
Okay, now that's what I call getting ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
But how does this AI actually work? It sounds almost like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It might sound futuristic, but it's becoming increasingly common.
Okay.
This type of AI analyzes data from various sources, things like employee emails, calendar entries, even keystroke patterns,
Wow.
to identify subtle shifts in behavior that might suggest an employee is struggling.
That's some serious data crunching.
It is.
But doesn't that raise some ethical concerns about employee privacy?
Sure.
I mean, is it okay for companies to be monitoring employees that closely?
That's a valid concern, and it's a conversation that businesses need to have
Right.
as they adopt these technologies.
Yeah.
Transparency is key.
Okay.
Employees should be informed about what data is being collected and how it's being used.
Yeah,
The goal is to create a safer work environment, not to invade anyone's privacy.
that makes sense. It's all about finding that balance between safety and respecting individual rights.
Exactly.
So thinking about everything we've discussed so far,
Mm-hmm.
what are some of your biggest takeaways about the importance of business safety?
For me, it's the realization that safety is not just about avoiding negative outcomes.
Yep.
It's about creating a positive and thriving environment for everyone involved.
Right.
When businesses prioritize safety, they're investing in the well-being of their employees, building trust with their customers,
Yeah.
and ultimately strengthening their own reputation and success.
Absolutely. It's about fostering a culture of care and responsibility
Mm-hmm.
where everyone feels valued and empowered to contribute to a safer environment.
And remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to safety.
Okay.
What works for a tech giant like Tesla might not be applicable to a small local bakery.
Yeah.
Each business needs to tailor its safety practices to its specific industry, size, and operational needs.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
But for those smaller businesses, maybe those without a dedicated safety team
right,
or a huge budget, where do they even start?
right.
How can they make safety a priority without breaking the bank?
Start with the fundamentals. Clearly define your safety policies, even if they're simple. Make sure everyone in the company understands their roles and responsibilities when it comes to safety.
Yeah.
It's about building that culture of safety from the ground up, no matter the size of the team.
So it's about taking those small but meaningful steps.
Exactly.
And you mentioned earlier that resources don't always have to be financial.
Right.
What are some examples of low-cost or no-cost ways to enhance safety?
Open communication is a powerful tool that costs nothing,
Right.
but can make a world of difference.
Yeah.
Encourage employees to voice concerns, offer suggestions, and actively participate in safety initiatives. It's about fostering a sense of ownership and shared responsibility.
This whole conversation has really shifted my perspective on safety.
Good.
It's not just about avoiding accidents or protecting data. It's about creating a workplace where everyone feels valued, respected, and empowered
Yeah.
to contribute to a safer environment.
That's a fantastic way to put it. Safety is ultimately about people.
Yeah.
It's about fostering a culture of care and responsibility where everyone feels empowered to look out for themselves and each other.
And that extends to customers as well, right?
Absolutely.
When businesses prioritize safety, it sends a powerful message to their customers.
Absolutely. It says we care about your well-being and we're taking concrete steps to protect you.
Right.
In today's world where consumers have so many choices,
Right.
safety can be a major differentiator.
Yeah.
It builds trust and demonstrates that you're a responsible and reliable business.
Speaking of different businesses, are there any industries where safety is even more crucial than others?
Oh, absolutely. Where the stakes are even higher. Industries like construction, manufacturing, healthcare, and transportation all inherently involve higher risks.
Yeah.
Robust safety measures in these sectors are not just important, they're absolutely essential.
That makes sense. The potential consequences of a safety lapse in those industries
Right.
are much greater.
Exactly.
But even in less physically demanding industries, we're hearing more and more about the importance of mental health and well-being
Yes.
in the workplace, right?
You're right. And this is a positive development.
Okay.
We're seeing a growing awareness of the importance of psychological safety in the workplace.
Okay.
This means creating an environment where employees feel comfortable speaking up,
Right.
sharing their ideas, and even admitting mistakes without fear of negative consequences.
So psychological safety ties directly back to open communication
Exactly.
and that sense of trust we were talking about earlier, right?
Yes, it's all interconnected.
All interconnected. I love it.
Yeah.
It's all part of creating a work environment where people feel supported, respected, and empowered.
Right.
When employees feel psychologically safe,
Yeah.
they're more likely to be engaged, productive, and innovative. It's amazing how all these pieces fit together to create a thriving and sustainable business.
It is.
So we've talked about the what and the why of safety, but what about the how?
Right.
What are some practical steps businesses can take to actually implement these safety measures?
That's a great question. It all starts with a thorough risk assessment.
Okay.
Identify potential hazards specific to your industry and workplace, whether those are physical hazards, data security threats,
Right.
or potential stressors that could impact employee well-being.
So step one is knowing your enemy, so to speak.
Next.
Once you've identified those risks, what comes next?
Then it's about developing a plan.
Okay.
This could involve implementing safety protocols, providing training, investing in safety equipment,
Right.
or establishing clear communication channels for reporting concerns.
It sounds like there's a lot to consider.
There is.
It's almost like creating a safety roadmap guiding businesses towards a safer and more secure future.
That's a great analogy.
And just like any roadmap, this safety journey requires ongoing adjustments and updates.
Absolutely.
Regularly review your policies, stay informed about industry best practices, and be open to feedback from your employees.
Be open to feedback. Absolutely.
And we can't forget about the role of technology in all of this.
Of course not.
What are some of the latest advancements that are shaping the future of business safety?
We're seeing incredible things happening with wearable technology.
Okay.
Like what? Imagine sensors that can detect fatigue in drivers
Mm-hmm.
or workers operating heavy machinery,
Right.
alerting them to take a break before an accident occurs.
That's incredible.
It is.
It's like having a personal safety guardian right there on your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
What other tech advancements are you keeping an eye on?
I'm really fascinated by the potential of virtual reality and augmented reality
Oh.
for safety training.
Interesting.
These immersive technologies can simulate real-life hazardous situations, allowing employees to practice safety procedures in a safe and controlled environment.
That's taking safety training to a whole new level.
It is.
So it seems like technology is not just mitigating risks,
Mm-hmm.
it's also empowering businesses to be proactive and preventative
Exactly.
in their approach to safety.
And it's not just about fancy gadgets.
Okay.
It's about leveraging technology to create a safer and more resilient work environment for everyone. It's like we're moving from a reactive approach to safety, where we fix things after they go wrong,
Mm-hmm.
to a proactive approach where we're anticipating and preventing those issues in the first place.
Exactly. And that shift is critical in today's rapidly changing world.
Yeah.
Think about how quickly technology is advancing.
Right.
We're seeing things like artificial intelligence automation
Mm.
and the Internet of Things transforming industries at an unprecedented pace.
Which means new safety challenges are popping up all the time, right?
They are.
It's like a constant game of catch-up. That's why it's more important than ever for businesses to be adaptable and forward-thinking when it comes to safety.
Right.
They need to be able to anticipate those emerging risks
Right.
and adjust their safety practices accordingly.
So it's not just about keeping up with the latest tech.
Mm-hmm.
It's about understanding how that tech impacts safety in the workplace
Yes.
and for consumers.
Precisely, for instance, as automation becomes more prevalent
Uh-huh.
in factories and warehouses,
Right.
businesses need to consider how to keep human workers safe
Mm-hmm.
alongside those robots.
Okay.
And as we rely more and more on AI-powered systems,
Right.
we need to ensure those systems are secure and reliable.
It's like every technological leap forward comes with its own set of safety considerations.
It's a balancing act, for sure.
Right.
But I believe that technology, when used responsibly,
Yeah.
has the potential to make businesses safer than ever before.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. It's exciting to think about how technology can create a safer future for everyone.
It is.
But before we wrap up this deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
let's take a step back and look at the big picture.
Okay.
How do you think this concept of business safety
Right.
will continue to evolve in the years to come?
That's a great question to ponder.
Yeah.
I believe we'll see a much greater emphasis on data-driven safety practices in the future.
Okay.
With sensors, wearables, and AI constantly collecting information,
Right.
businesses will be able to identify patterns, predict potential hazards, and intervene before accidents even happen.
So it's like we're moving towards a world of predictive safety,
Exactly.
where data becomes our crystal ball, helping us to foresee and prevent those risks.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this data-driven approach will likely lead to more personalized safety measures as well.
Okay. How so?
Imagine customized safety protocols based on an individual employee's role, their physical abilities, or even their emotional state.
Now that's taking personalization to a whole new level.
It is.
But it makes perfect sense. We're all unique individuals.
Right.
So why shouldn't our safety measures reflect that?
Precisely. And I think we'll also see the lines between physical safety, cybersecurity, and mental well-being continue to blur.
Mm-hmm.
We'll move towards a more holistic approach to safety,
Yeah.
recognizing that these aspects are all interconnected.
So it's not just about protecting our bodies and our data.
Right.
It's about creating a work environment that supports our overall well-being, fostering a sense of wholeness and balance.
Exactly. I believe that's where the future of business safety lies. A future where safety is not just a set of rules
Right.
or procedures, but an integral part of a company's culture and values.
That's a powerful thought. We've covered so much ground in this deep dive,
We have.
exploring the multifaceted world of business safety.
Yeah.
For those of you listening, we hope this conversation has sparked new insights
Mm.
and a fresh perspective on why safety matters in every sense of the word.
And remember, safety is everyone's responsibility.
That's right.
Whether you're a CEO or an entry-level employee, a business owner, or a consumer. Yeah.
You have a role to play in creating a safer and more secure environment for yourself and those around you.
So be observant, Speak up if you see something that seems unsafe.
Hmm.
And always prioritize your well-being and the well-being of others.
Absolutely.
And as technology continues to evolve at an unprecedented pace,
Right.
stay curious and informed about how those advancements can be used to enhance safety
Yeah.
in your workplace and in your daily life.
It's a journey of continuous learning and adaptation.
Right.
But by working together and embracing a proactive, holistic approach to safety,
Mm-hmm.
we can create a future where businesses thrive, employees feel valued, and customers feel confident and secure.
Well said. That's a great note to end on.
It is.
We'll be back next week with another deep dive into a fascinating topic.
Sounds good.
Until then, stay safe, stay curious, and keep exploring the world with a discerning and informed mind.